Ba-dum. Hey, welcome to kind of a spur of the moment stream because Mark of Millennium Max was slow getting back to me this morning. So I was checking with him to see. I thought he had was off early on Fridays, but it turns out it's Wednesdays. So unfortunately, he can't join because I got to get this laptop ready by 5 o'clock tonight. So yeah, hi everybody. Joining me on my stream, it's not Luna the cat, it's Socket Winch. Hello. Yeah, so I'm going to be installing an SSD and then installing Windows 11 on a laptop and then doing updates. And I figured I don't want to do this by myself because I'll fall asleep. So I got a coffee and I decided to stream. So here we are. Carthor, hey, Francois and Scarlet Swordfish. Well, hello, stranger. Hello, Scarlet. How is everybody doing this morning in the chat? And how are you doing, by the way, Socket Winch?
I'm live.
Yay! So just an update on this. I'm gonna make myself big because it's my stream and I can. So an update on this XT motherboard that I have that's missing a lot of memory. Ta-da-ta-da. I received a lot of memory.
That's a lot of memory.
There's 40 sticks all total, so the guy had 32 of one type. Don't ask me which one. Memory. It's too early in the morning to think. But he had 32 of one, and then my friend Big Bad Bench had mentioned, you need more, or this. Oops, I'm pointing backwards. You need some sticks of this stuff. So he sent me 8. Because I said, I need 2. Can you send me 4? And he's like, I'm going to send you 8. And I'm like, okay. So that is several memory. Yes, it is. But yeah, I went on a local Discord that I belong to, and I'm like, hey, folks. So we found out when I did the stream with Big Bad Bench that it will not beep or do kind of anything without a solid bank of memory. So I went on eBay and I couldn't find any. And then I went to the local Discord and I'm like, hey, folks. So I put up a picture and I'm like, does anybody have memory for this XT board? And this one guy's like, yeah, I pulled a memory from XT machines and they've been sitting on a shelf for 25 years. You're welcome to them. Just pay me shipping. And I'm like, done deal. So I received them on Wednesday. So, oh no. Carthor said, could be better. We lost our water and have been missing it for 3 hours now. LOL. Hopefully it comes back. Oh, to the apartments. Oh. Sorry to hear.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, I had a morning. I went to go take a shower, and then for the apartment building here, we have a local WhatsApp group chat, and there was something sent in the group chat saying, "Hey, hot water's been turned off." Just
That's
before I went
fun.
to go have just before I went to go have a shower. So I didn't end up showering that day. It wasn't well. I had a shower. By the time they got the hot water back on, it was like 9:30 at night. So I basically did nothing all day because I'm like, I don't like going out without a shower. It just feels to me going out without a shower just feels wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, yeah, I was about to do that. That no water. Yeah, it's gonna make it. I mean, you could get bottles of water, Carthor, like one of those 24 packs. So let's show the laptop. I'm going to install Windows on.
Important infrastructure note: if you have most toilets, at least in North America, will flush if you just put more water in them.
Yes. Yeah. Just get a bucket of water. Ta-da! So we have this Acer laptop, which was. So I was contacted the other day by a local organization, but when I did a Google search on them, they seem to be kind of worldwide because I found one in Sweden. And I'm like, okay, so is this legit or not? And then I typed in the word Toronto, and oh, they have an office here in Toronto. So, um, and they help the homeless and unemployed get phones and computers. So they messaged me the other day and like, hey, we have somebody who's in need of a laptop to try to find a job. And I'm like, I have a laptop and I ain't finding a job. Anyway, I'm not going to rant about that. So I said, yeah, I happen to have a laptop sitting here. I just need to get a drive for it, which, what the heck? Okay, there it is. Because the drive that was in it was a spinning rust that had gone bad, so I removed that. And I hadn't got an SSD, so because I'm just like, eh. Part of the reason is I'm like, I'm gonna wait a while, and then I completely forgot. And then when I got the email, I'm like, oh yeah, I have this laptop sitting here. So I went and picked up a used SSD. I've picked up two before from the same seller on Facebook Marketplace. They both worked, so I'm super happy with that. This is this is Team Group. I have no idea. Team Group SSD. So 2.5 inch. So we're going to install that. And then I'm going to install Windows 11 and do updates. And yeah. So but yeah, so they needed a laptop. So they have 8 laptops that we're going to be talking about today. She's bringing all 8 by. They don't have power supplies. That's the main issue. Is they were donated these 8 laptops. 3 of them are Macs. She said they're all around 10 years old, which is still usable for doing basic job search. So yeah, we're going to. I'm going to donate this one to somebody. Thankfully I didn't spend a lot of money on that, so I was happy. And yeah, so let's install that. I just realized I don't have my toolkit. I made sure I had everything ready to go this morning, minus my toolkit. Whoopsie doodle. Where did I put the screwdriver? Oh no, I can't find the screwdriver. I found the toolkit, but not the screwdriver. Oh, and by the way, for those who have not seen it, I did a short yesterday on my Lian Lee, repurposed Lian Lee. Fume extractor. Sorry, I'm trying to find my screwdriver. I found the screwdriver. Yay, look at that. And look, I'll do a socket winch wave, which I did in my video yesterday. Hi. So, yeah, I just thought I would do a talk about how I repurposed that. So the nice part about this laptop, look, there's a door for the hard drive. You don't have to take the whole effing bottom off. Isn't that amazing? Dear laptop manufacturers, you're listening to me? It
Access
drives me
panels and doors? That's ridiculous. What is
right.
this, Star Trek?
Hey, Matthew, welcome.
Raise your hand if you've ever lived in a house and you just wished that everything had access panels like the Enterprise.
Uh huh.
Well, I need to pull out all this drywall. No, screw that. Let's just have an access panel there.
Right. Okay, take this out. I don't know how many screws are holding this thing in. All right, let me put on some. I can't see. All right, there we go. All right, I think I have. I took the drive out of this, so I think I put the screws in that will hold the SSD or like the drive in. I just wish I lived in the Enterprise. So there's a question for everybody. If you had the option to live in a Star Trek universe, what generation would you live in? Would it be the Enterprise variation, which is pre kind of TOS? Would it be TNG, DS9? What would you live in? Why won't this come out? Okay, there's one half of it. There we go. Just stuck in. Hey, look at that! Look at that! I taped the screws in. What? It's like Trina was thinking. Shh, don't say that too loudly. Okay, so it goes in that way. And this goes in that way. Okay. So, socket winch, if you were to live in a generation of Star Trek, which would it be?
Well, all the consoles explode, which is only marginally more dangerous than the house I currently own.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I need to turn on this overhead light. There we go. So I can see. Yeah, and not only do they explode, they also throw rocks at you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Let me see. 13. Hey, Jesse, welcome. Yeah, 13 people watching at this hour. Well, it's not that. Oh, I guess it's 9 o'clock my time. So 8 o'clock, I guess, your time, Jesse, and also Socket Winch's time.
Why is the prince smiling at me?
It's happy to see you. I don't know.
The prince is extraordinarily pleased that it is Friday.
Francois said, as long as I don't get to wear a red shirt. Now, see, Francois, that depends, because if you're in TOS, yes, red shirts are bad. Depending, engineers don't seem to die. So as long as I guess you're not red shirt security, you should be fine. But there's also, if we're going into TNG, DS9, Voyager kind of era, red shirts are in command. It's the yellow shirts. And yellow shirts seem to have a better survival, for at least for security, because yellow is also engineering. Seem to have a better survival rate. So, I mean, heck, we have Worf, who not only was chief of security on the Enterprise, he also went to become strategic, basically second in command of DS9 after Kira, kind of idea. Strategic Operation Officer, I think it was the official title. Wow.
The uniform colors gets really weird around the motion picture era.
Oh, the motion picture was yeah. That they were. We're not even going to talk about the motion picture uniforms because they just don't exist in my mind. They were so bland and boring
They
looking.
really were way too many earth tones, very 70s.
Yeah, very 70s. Oh, makes sense. It was made in 70, 79 was released, so
Yeah,
78,
79
77 would
was
have
when it
been.
was released, although they had been planning it for years earlier.
Yeah,
I
because it was
know
going to be
somebody who knows
original.
way too much about Star Trek the Motion Picture, so now I do too.
Because it was originally going to be Phase Two. And they were going to bring it back to TV. Was the original plan with that?
Mm-hmm.
But then they decided to do the motionless. Although honestly, the motion picture, for all its, you know, what 5, 6 minutes of just looking at the Enterprise, um, that's my go-to movie. That is one of my favorite movies because it feels the most to me. It feels the most Star Trek out of
It's
all of
actually
them,
one of my favorite comfort films, mostly because it is kind of slow and ponderous.
right?
It doesn't come across as threatening.
Yep.
So I generally just enjoy it for that fact.
Yeah.
As much as a lot of people make fun of it, I will also say that the long tour of the Enterprise is much more hilarious when you actually use the joke that Riff Tracks came up with.
Oh God, which is?
If you watch that sequence, you'll notice that there's usually some guy on EVA drifting almost in every one of those scenes.
Yes.
So all they do, so all the joke is,
Just have him screaming all the time. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it.
sometimes the best jokes are just the simplest elegance.
Right? All right, Socket Winch, tell me, what did I do with the power supply?
Is it on your head?
No.
I'm out of ideas.
And it's not in my lap. Um, is the motion picture is threatening to you? Under the laptop. No, it's not under the laptop. Ta-da! Um, well, shit. What did I do with the power supply? I thought I put it on the. Uh-huh. Okay, this could be a fast stream. Uh, thanks for joining, everyone. While I find the power supply. Oh, I put it right. I put it right where I knew where it was. Right beside me. Ta-da! Whoops. All right, so let's plug you in. By the way, I have run memtest on this laptop, so there's no memtest today. Sorry, folks.
You didn't let us see it? No mem test and chill?
I know, right? No, no. So this has an 8th gen i3 processor with 8 gigs of RAM, so it'll do basic interneting and stuff, which is what they say. And it also has let's take a tour of this. Let's move this back a bit. So we have HDMI standard. We have USB 3. We have, I think, USB-C on it. Network port, SD card reader. Oops, sorry, you're not. I'm like moving it up. Didn't realize. So yeah, we got a USB-C. I think it is port. I have not looked up what ports are actually on this. And then on this side, there's 2 more USB-Cs and a headset, and then your power. So it's a decent little machine. We're going to use the USB 3 port to do the install because we're installing from a flash drive. We're installing from this fancy flash drive. I did remember to get that this morning before the stream started, but I forgot to get my toolkit. Whoops. Whoops. Did you check your pockets? Yeah, wait. Carther said, wait, what? No mem test? Sorry, Carther. I do have to have this ready by 5 o'clock today, and I'd rather. This is why I'm doing it a bit. Hi, folks! Look, you can see me. Hello. Um. Okay, let's see if it'll boot from the flash drive. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I don't remember Acer BIOS key. Okay, it is not going to boot because it's trying to do the Pixie boot. All right, no bootable devices. Really? Let's find out.
No.
Acer. I don't remember Acer BIOS. Oops, I am starting to type in this. There we go. Acer BIOS. Oops. I don't know how to type this morning. Computer is hard.
Computers
F2.
are hard.
Okay, so it is F2. I thought it was F2. Delete probably. No, it's actually F2 according to what I found online. Now I gotta find delete. Wow. Where's the delete key? Oh, there it is. Control. Let's do a Control Alt Delete. We're gonna slam F2. Hey, Apple's Anonymous. Yeah, we're live. There we go. So yeah, so there's the specs. Since I gotta get in here anywho. So it has an Intel Core i3 8130 at 2.2 gigahertz. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Ba-dum. Let's go into the boot screen, see what's going on. It's on legacy, that's why. Let's turn it over to UEFI, which I can never say properly because I always put the F first. I always go UFEI. I always get it backwards. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's F10 this. F10 and save. There we go. F10. Are we sure we want to save? Yes. I did say yes. There we go. Just takes a sec. Oh, and there's tape over the webcam, which I always find funny. No bootable device. What the hell? Why is it not finding a bootable device? I'm trying to go back into the BIOS here to see what's going on. Okay, so it sees that there's the USB HDD. It sees the flash drive. Why is it not booting from the flash drive? Huh. Why don't you FEI? Well, that's why. You better just burn this one. Yeah. It's on an Acer. Thanks. Thanks for the helpful hint, guys. Is there a one-time boot device? Acer, one-time boot menu. Boom, boom, boom. All right, it's F12. Sweet. All right, so let's F10 out of this and try F12. Yes. We're gonna see what happens this time. I hope the flash drive hasn't gone belly up. No bootable device. Okay, so let's Control Alt Delete. And we're gonna F12. Okay, USB HD Kingston. I have the right flash drive, right? There we go. It's booting now. Tell me how that makes sense, Socket Winch. Socket Winch? I said, tell me how that makes sense. It was set to, the flash drive was set to the only boot device because the drives have all been erased. In the BIOS, but it kept coming up no bootable device. But when I went into the one-time boot menu and selected the flash drive, well, as you can see, we're now into the Windows setup. I'm going to try to bring this.
I wonder if it has a preferential port.
It doesn't seem to, because when I went into the one-time boot menu and I went, because I want to put it in the USB 3 port for obvious reasons. And it's working now that I went into the one-time boot menu. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I got it. It did work on Acers, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to install this. I agree. I know I have not read all this stuff. We're going to do a custom. I'm going to delete the volumes. We're going to delete the volume. And we're going to install. Is everybody ready for the fun of this? Woo, lock. I'd say bag code it, yeah. And now we sit back, and I'm going to make everybody the same size, because, yeah. Maybe the files? I don't know why this is not going. There we go. I normally don't watch this stuff. I'm normally like, go. And then I like turn around every so often and watch it on my bench, but I'm actually sitting at my desk watching this. Yeah, glossy screens, I know. So much fun. Thanks, Carther. So, Socket Winch, what are you working on, by the way, this morning?
I have a Dragon Burner hot end I am assembling for the Voron Zero.
I'd be careful how you word that. Hot end. So how is the printer going, by the way? Because everybody's been watching so many of my streams and watching you work on the printer.
We're getting close to the end of the build. A lot of this is just the final steps. So we get the hot end assembled. The hot end goes onto the printer. There's a few bits of wire that need to be connected up, and then we can start the firmware.
Nice.
So it might be printing relatively soon here.
Woo-hoo!
Maybe before the summer's over, depending on how many streams Trina has.
So thanks everybody for tuning into Trina's Technobabble. It's going to be ending by the end of the summer. Because, yeah.
I'll have to find a new thing to work on. Because obviously I can't afford building a Voron 2.4. Those things are ridiculously expensive.
We're at 40. We're at 42%. Woohoo! So yeah, this was given to me last year at work. Because the guy's like, I want something a little faster. But he also wanted the data off. Unfortunately, he had it sitting around for about a year and a half, so the drive just decided to kick the bucket. So I'm also typing a reply, and I can't. Hey, Jean-Francois, welcome. Bonjour. Will you be using a Win 11? Just a default install on this one, Jean-Francois. This is the I got the ISO from the Microsoft site and put it on the flash drive. I have done some adjusting to it. Just bear with me 1 sec. I'm just replying to somebody on Discord. So I use a program to burn it, and I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm going to boot up my desktop so I can find out what the name of it is. Isn't that horrible? Old age sucks, by the way. Don't get old. That's my story to everybody. But one thing you can do is have it automatically. So there's two things you can do with Windows 11 with this program. You can have it not check. You can have Windows 11 skip checking the hardware. compatibility test, as well as I can create, I have it that it creates a default user called user. So yeah, so it's kind of custom, but that's because of the the program I use, and I can't think of the name of the program, and I'm stalling because I can't think of the name of the program. Carthra, I'm trying not to get. I'm trying on not getting old, but it's not working that well. I know, I know. Same here. I hear you, Carther.
Nope. Nope. Not that size.
So we're at 90%. Not going that bad. If I would, if I could, I would have upgraded this to 16 gigs, but sadly, I don't have 8 gig sticks of DDR3. I blame time. I blame time as well, Carther. That sounds good to me. Ah, here we go. Rufus. That's what I use. Rufus. Yeah, so Rufus allows you to a few options on it. So I have it not to check the hard drive or the hardware compatibility, so I can install it. God forbid, for some reason, if I really wanted to torture myself on a Pentium 4 motherboard with 512 gigabytes of memory, if I really wanted to torture myself, um, but yeah, and then I also have it create the profile called user, because again, I don't know half the time who I'm selling this to. And hello, Kat, welcome. How goes the install? The install is going well. We just it finished doing all the file stuff, and it's gonna reboot for me. Um, and also the nice part about Rufus, so Windows 11 has this really funky thing where you need to sign into a Microsoft account, which is stupid. Um, but Rufus actually allows me to go, hey, I don't have internet, so I don't have to sign into. I can create a local. Uh, oh no, my flash drive won't come out. There it goes. Um, so I can create a local account without having to be signed into a Microsoft account. So yay. That was another thing. Yeah, I had to boot up my Windows PC to remember that it was Rufus. Wow. What? Oh, this is AVG. I had to install AVG. So the annoying part is I had to install AVG because I wanted to create a boot or a live uh, antivirus, and they used to be able you used to be able to download an ISO and burn it to a CD or flash drive. And now you have to actually install the antivirus program to do it. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Old woman yells at clouds. You should always waste time when you don't have any. Yeah. Would that be Ferengi rule of acquisition 408, Francois?
Okay. Now, somewhere on this bench should be some JSC connectors. Somewhere.
There you go. Somewhere.
Well, those are JST connectors, but they're the wrong size. Did I put them away? I probably did.
It isn't Doctor Who. Okay. I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I know I'm probably gonna get hate on that. Everybody's gonna downvote my video now, my live stream. Who doesn't like Doctor Who? I don't like Doctor Who.
I'm an equal opportunity nerd.
Yeah, and I've tried watching it and excommunicated, Jesse said.
I found Doctor Who particularly difficult to get into because if you come from a Star Trek narrative framework, it feels very foreign and it's hard to latch on to what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
I had to actually have someone introduce me to it in a guided fashion in order for me to actually go, oh, now I get it.
Now this is going to be funny. So I'm streaming, obviously, over my internet, but according to this computer, I don't have internet. Ta-da!
Okay,
And so here's the weird part about this install, though. So you have to go through all this gobbledygook. Find my device. I always find my device on. The rest of it I just turn off. Or required only. But I have to do this twice for some reason. So it creates the user account, and then we reboot, and then, or not reboot, but it goes through the cycle, getting things ready for you, and then I have to go through it again, which I have no idea why. But anyway, I've never watched it. Oh, Carthor. I guess I-8386SX is going to excommunicate you as well. See, here we are again. I got to go through this whole thing again, but it's okay. I always have to turn on Find My Device because I just no the rest of it. There we go, and we're at the desktop. Look at that. All right, let's open up. Wi-Fi is available. Let's go to my Wi-Fi. Connect.
And I really right exactly where it needs to be. All right, now I need some JST pin headers.
And we're going to connect to the Wi-Fi. Maybe it should because the modem's like right behind my second monitor. There we go. So basically right behind the laptop. All right, so boom. So the next thing I always do is I go into the sleep settings, not snipping tool. There we go, power and sleep. And I turn it all off because I don't have to keep moving the cursor. Screen and sleep. Okay, so when plugged in, we're going to turn it to never. I'm not unplugging this. Okay, and then let's see how the battery's doing, by the way. Oh, battery is status is at 95%. Not bad. All right, so let's start doing updates, shall we? This is where it's going to get exciting. Exciting and new. Come along. Oh no, that's the Love Boat. I don't make the rules. There we go. We're doing updates. And this is why I wanted to stream it, because this gets boring. And I'm like, I'd rather be talking to people. So we're going to do the updates. And let it go. Hooray for Microsoft things, yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to sell something, or in this case, this is a donation, I'd rather say, hey, it's all up to date for the user. So, yeah, it's definitely not recommended. But yeah, I like to say, hey, this is, usually when I list things, I go, it's got a fresh install of Windows 11, which has been updated with all current updates. So that way people can't come back and go, it found more updates after they get it. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's current when I installed them. Also, yeah, also not an option in the business world. No, definitely not. But that's okay. We can sit here and watch this thing do it. I still got my coffee, although it's cold.
There we go. I think I saved that connector. There we go. Ooh, it's too early to be working on JST connectors. That one is toast.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, by the way, another update. So when I was working, maybe I've already said this. I don't know. It's too early in the morning. um, when I was working on the XT board, I had bought a host test card, which we found out later, thanks to Big Bad Bench, because he had the same card and it did the same thing. It went up in smoke. Um, the connector that was on the card, because he showed it compared to, because he bought another one and the slot is the right length and the other one's just a bit too short, so it jumpers. It jumped like when you put it in. If you're not super duper careful, which I wasn't because I just assumed it was the right length, it jumps. Like it puts two pins together, and so you get smoke, which I did. Um, so I sent that one back to Amazon and was like, "Hey guys, that the slot's the wrong size." Um, and so I've ordered another one, and it is due for delivery today. It's out for delivery. So yeah, it really was a stupid design, Carther. So Big Bad Bench and I were talking that evening, and I've ordered another one, the one that he has, slightly different. This one has an extra connector, but it's basically the same board. So, yeah, I'm going to be, that's due to arrive today. It said it was, I got an email earlier this morning saying it was out for delivery. So there we go.
All right, hopefully I didn't destroy that. Let's test it.
Let's make you big, because all we're doing is watching me install things. You're actually doing work. Ta-da! There we go.
Good. Okay. Lights still work.
I was going to say, I see something lighting up, so that's a positive sign.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it should be this side. Do I want to put another piece of...
Hey, Carrie.
Nah.
Hello, hello.
I don't care.
Welcome.
Good. So that goes up here and then around.
So we got the security update, Carther, which you don't seem to like. The security intelligence update for Microsoft Defender Antivirus is completed. And then we're going to do the cumulative, it's downloading the cumulative updates for Windows 11 version 23H2. That always takes a while, so yeah. Yep. Actually, why don't I show everyone the one that I did order? Let's bring this up. Yeah, so it's out for delivery. The funky part is the company that's delivering it doesn't have a way to. How do I click on the? Doesn't have a way to give me notifications. So I put a note on it. Call me when you're here. Last night. I wish I could. How do I? Let's go to my orders. There it is. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to make everybody the same size. And by everybody, I mean the two of us. And I'm going to share my screen of my doodle. Share screen. We're going to get a infinite stream for a second. And so this is the one that I've ordered. Boom. And it comes with this 4-digit. I don't know why, because there's a 4-digit on it, but it has a 4-digit that's a bit bigger, it seems. The PC analyzer. So, and it again, it has both the PCI and ISA. So, yeah. Well, that's the one that I've ordered. And it's due today. Can I just blow? Yeah, I can blow this up. So I'm not exactly sure why this is here, but it is fancy. Yeah. And it has more rows of lights, so that's impressive. Yeah. So that's what I've ordered, and that's what due today. So if I say I gotta go, it's because it's been delivered, or I'm getting a call. Stay on 10. Yeah, the reason I move it up to Windows 11 is because, well, that's what's current, and it's, believe it or not, people who buy computers think that if it's not Windows 11, oh my God, it's a dud. So, oh, it just did the video driver. So, nobody freak out. It's okay. It's doing the Intel Corp display. So, and I could hear it doing the bloopity bloop. So it's all good. But yeah, it's so funny how people out there, the regular home users, think that if it's not Windows 11, then it just, yeah. Yeah, I would be doing the same, installing Windows 11 for other people. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So we're installing the Intel Corp display. It still says 0%. I don't know what's going on. It's just being a bit chuggy. So is everybody ready for the weekend? Any big plans for anybody on the weekend? Suck it, winch?
Not really. I should be getting my new glasses today.
Ooh. New glasses are always fun. Did it lock
Then
up?
the fun part about building hot ends, you always have to start repinning everything.
All right, I'm going to close out the updater and reboot it because I don't know what it's doing. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. Now we're starting to see things. The actual download for the Windows 11 version 23H2 blah 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 is actually downloading. It seemed to have, sometimes when the video does, like when it installs the video driver, it just seems to lock everything up. I don't know why. And it did on this one. So thankfully it still runs in the background. So, yay. You can close it out and reopen it. I discovered I think I paid $30 for it. I don't know if you saw. I'm going to show a comment on screen here. Socket Wench.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered Zennies last year. I think I paid $30 for my glasses there.
Yeah, I've heard of Zennies. The problem is that I have kind of a specialty prescription and it's a little bit difficult. And I prefer to actually like have the glasses on my face
Fair
because
enough.
feel is more important to me. So I don't, but I understand the people who do and their reasons for it, and that's cool. You do you.
Yeah. Probably just going to be working on my old bike that I've had since I was 15, 34 now. Hey, Frederick, welcome. You came at the right time. You get to watch the Windows doing updates, and Socket went swearing and cursing at things. It's been horrible this morning. She's been like throwing things and totally teasing. And in fact, Trina hasn't even sworn this morning. It's been going well. So yeah. I mean, as well as any Windows 11 update goes, it's slow, but the cumulative update for version 23H2 is always slow to install. Hey, Carther has water. Carther said water is back. So
Hey.
hey,
Pro tip, if you're going to be out of water for a while, fill your bathtub.
I have a feeling Carther didn't know that the water was going to be out.
Probably not. If you
And the
live in an
problem,
apartment and it's an emergency plumbing situation, then you wouldn't.
yeah, and also like if it's street, like you know what I mean, like something broke on the street, like a pipe broke, then there's nothing. Unfortunately, there's no kind of pre-warning system for that. So yeah, I didn't know it was. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, I got myself a Wise terminal last week. Very nice, Frederick. When are we going to start seeing videos from you, by the way? Now that you got a Wise terminal, that would be a good video to make. Yeah, I didn't know. You're like me, Carther. I don't have a bathtub either. I just have a stand-up shower. So, yeah. I started a script today. Woohoo! Are you home, by the way, Frederick? Today, or are you at work? And I'm upgrading some lighting. Nice. Yes to being at home or yes to being at work? Home. Okay. Do you want to join the stream? You're more than welcome. I can send you a link in my doodle. Hey, we're at 29%. Yay, went up 4%. Woo, sure. Okay. Let me send you a link in my doodle. Copy. I didn't send you a link because I had assumed, which is why you don't assume, that you would have been at work.
Yeah.
Okay. Ba-dum. There you go, Frederick. I just sent you a link in my doodle on the old Discord. So, hey, and we're up to 34% installed. This one takes forever. once you get this done and it reboots, then you're pretty much on easy, quote unquote, on easy street for the updates.
Well, I have red filament loaded. What should I print next? G-code files.
A clown nose. I don't know why you just said it's red, and that's the first thing that came to mind.
No, don't need any
Weird
of
as
that
it
stuff.
sounds. But I've lived here for over 10 years, and it's the first time without notice the water has gone off. Cool.
You should go see if the basement's flooded. They could have had a main break.
Oh, you said it's back on, so.
Hello.
Hello. We can't see you, but we can hear you.
What do you mean you can't see me?
It's a black screen. Socket winch?
What?
I can see him.
Oh, there we go. You just came on.
Ah,
Weird.
someone has a slow connection.
Yeah, I know. I blame Quebec.
Not everyone can have fiber and 10 base T everywhere in their house.
Yeah.
Right? Hello. I thought you'd be at work. That's why I didn't send you a link in Medulla this morning.
Well, I try to take Fridays off for
The summer?
the summer. I try, but sometimes I can't, and sometimes
Yeah.
there's just a couple of hours to do. So I do them at work, at home. I mean.
Yeah. Cool. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, wow, that jumped up. It was at 35%, and now it's at, and I'm not joking on this, it's now at 69%.
Yeah. Well, that's Windows for you.
No, I'm just saying the number. I'm not actually joking. It actually is. Look, 69%. Well, yeah.
My wife's favorite number.
Okay, we don't need to know. It's not that kind of stream.
Coming from you, that's surprising.
I know, right?
So they actually have that the other direction. That's surprising. I didn't think they would. Okay. Well, whatever.
Oh, that's what I was going to show as well. Let me share my screen again, because I'll show you who the organization is that is receiving this for one of their people. So it's called ALAB Resources. It's a community-led mutual aid, informed, accessible support for our neighbors. So they have a phones for all. And then healthcare access, so I have a few things.
Yeah, let's connect everyone to a phone so we can track everybody.
Well, unfortunately nowadays,
I forgot my tinfoil hat. Just a minute.
I forget. Unfortunately nowadays, in order to,
Can't even read a menu without a phone now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, especially during COVID.
Yeah. Next phone I'm getting is a flip phone. just to.
That is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad has a basic.
You can get one of these.
Yeah, well. Got one too.
I have one of those as well.
But you don't have this kind.
It's an Acorn phone?
No, it's a Pine phone. This is a Pine Phone Pro, so it only runs Linux.
Oh, a Linux phone. Nice. Where'd you get it?
You can go to the Pine Phone the Pine 64 store and actually buy these.
Ooh, very cool.
Pine 64.
I think I have this one running Phosh on Postmarket OS right now. No, Mobian. Someone told me that the devs from Mobian actually use the Pine Phone Pro as their own test device, so that's the most stable distro for it.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. That's the good way to de-Google a phone.
Yeah, not have Google on it at all.
You can still get a flip phone. Jesse, you can still get flip phones through most of Courier still today.
I'll keep that in mind for my next phone.
Hate designs which have me screwing into plastic because it's not sustainable.
I never heard of a Pine phone. So I'll have to do some
No, I
Googling.
hang out with a lot of nerds, so yeah.
Fair enough. I do as well. I just never. Most of the nerds I deal with are like Frederick, who buys Wise terminals. So
Okay, so we have the brace put in on the Dragon Burner. We have the lights wired up. And now we have to start wiring up all the rest of this nonsense.
What are you building or fixing?
You see the other screenshot over here? Look at these.
Oh, wait, okay. What?
It is a hot end for a 3D printer.
That's the big hot end.
Not really.
that's what he said.
I thought you said it wasn't this type of show.
Yeah.
Change your
I'm
mind?
sorry, that was too easy. Come on.
What printer? What's the brand?
Socket winch?
Oh, it's for a Voron Zero.
Not familiar with it.
This would be the third printer I built from scratch.
Hey, we're now up to 77%. 78. Woohoo!
But if anyone who runs a 3D printer company is hearing, I will gladly do a build series if you send me a Voron 2.4.
So I know somebody who picked up a Ender 3 at a thrift store and then had more problems with it than they knew what to do with. But
Of course, that's why it's at a thrift store.
But believe it or not, they gave it to Gutbaum, who's been, Gutbaum Frederick, and has been on my Socket Wench. Might know Gutbaum. He's been on my stream a few times. He was able to get it fixed for them. So, yeah.
That's
He
cool.
was,
I don't particularly like Reality in general.
mm.
Well, probably the latest models are good, but first gens, second gen.
But yeah, he was able to get it up and running, and was on voice chat on Wednesday showing it off working.
Okay.
So. Yep.
Guess what I built my switch wire out of? I don't know why I kept the fan cowl for this thing. What use is this to me?
You don't need it. You just throw it in the garbage. It's made for recycling.
Well, considering I had to rebuild the entire hot end for that too.
And then you have to dismantle everything to put it back.
Well, the weird thing is that Ender 3 was actually pretty good. It was actually fairly reliable. The problem.
Sorry. I'm just going to update folks. We have all the updates so far run, so I'm just going to restart the computer now. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but how did update, folks, on the updates?
The biggest problem I still have with the switch wire is that the bed is still just awful. Don't know what to do about that.
I ran my Ender 3 with Clipper. Ran pretty good with that. When you guys get talking 3D printers, I'm like, hold on, let me show you my printer. It's right there. It's a black and white or a monochrome laser printer. That's it. That's all I have for a printer. So. Sorry, folks.
I have a Saturn too.
you guys get talking 3D printers, and I'm just like, that sounds pretty.
Got a Saturn too, but frick, it's messy. It's a resin printer.
Yeah,
Okay.
resin printers do get real messy. You need to kind of build a whole workstation around them.
Oh yeah.
Face shield, gloves, rubber apron have to go into a real mode in order to work with those.
I got a silicone mat because the table was ruined because I forgot to put it one time.
I put mine in an old rusty cookie sheet.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it and buy probably a bamboo or whatever is the best right now. Because I don't want to fuss anymore. I just want to print. That's it.
Yeah.
Tired of always tweaking and redoing the bed and releveling the bed. And I'd like to have multiple, like an AMS on it, so I can print multiple colors. Water soluble support.
Wow. Come on.
What,
Wow.
you don't speak to your printers? Hey, Starbuck Tech. Yeah, well, you're kind of late. But let me update folks who are kind of late. So, I was contacted by a company that helps people who are down on their luck with getting phones and laptops and stuff to help search for jobs, because everything's done online now. You don't no more of this. Take your resume in person to a place. It's submitted online. So again, if you don't have a smartphone or a laptop, you're basically SOL for the job hunt nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody had contacted me and she said, we have 8 laptops. We're willing to trade for a single laptop. And I was about to say, I don't have any laptops. And then I realized I got this Acer with an i3 8th gen with 8 gigs of RAM, which will do for what the person needs, which is basic job searching, internet searching, things like that. So I went out and picked up a SSD used from a person I picked up 2 others from. Unfortunately, this was his last one. It's a 480 gig SSD. And I installed it, and I've installed. I say we. My cats aren't even here, so I can't say we. I've installed Windows 11 and did the first batch of updates, which is now rebooting with. And yeah, I just thought I would do a live stream.
Oh, I'm just having the worst luck this morning.
If it wouldn't be for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me see if I can get the microscope just
forgot one
right.
screw.
Here, I'll make it big. Just like a winch.
You can barely see it, but this JST connector is actually covered with epoxy.
No.
So it's useless.
Oh, the holes
Oh no.
covered? Oh no.
Fine. I'll pull another one literally out of the trash.
You don't have a JST kit?
I have one somewhere, but I saw the connector poking out of my trash, and I went, "Oh, hey, I could use that one."
Mm-hmm. Why not?
There was a reason it was in your trash.
Yeah, the reason was that I got too aggressive with this poor fan and broke it right out of the frickin' housing.
How did epoxy get into the JST holes?
I was epoxying something else, and it must have been on the bench,
Wow.
and that was enough.
And Murphy's Law just said, well, the wire is probably going to say, I'm going that way. That looks good. So I fed on epoxy.
So I never set these up with passwords as well. So I just bypassed all the passwordy stuff.
Oh, that's nice. Is it Windows 10 or 11?
11.
Because I know with a version of Windows 11, they don't allow you to do it unless you go through hoops to do it, to have a
Oh,
local account.
yeah. See, I have this. So I use Rufus to burn the ISO. So I have it set up that it doesn't check for hardware. So I could install this technically on a Pentium 4 for,
That's
I don't
good.
know,
That's good.
torture reasons. And
Yeah.
then I also have it automatically set up a user account for me because I usually when I'm setting these up, they're for sale.
Hmm.
And so I never know. So I just have an account called user, and then it comes up saying, "Do you want to set up a password?" And I just press enter, enter a couple times, and then it just doesn't put in a password. So,
Okay.
and also
Cool.
this one I have it to. So Windows 11 by default wants you to sign into a Microsoft account.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
This one do check for updates. This one actually allows me to skip that. I can just say I don't have an internet. I don't have the internets. And it creates a local account. Right, so let's retry that. Maybe. Retry that. Retry. So, yeah, I have it set up that it's kind of a lot easier than the default Windows 11 install. I highly recommend Rufus. To download the ISO from the Microsoft site and then burn it using Rufus, and away you go. Just checking for updates again. Make everybody the same size. There we go. So it's doing that pesky thing that Carther doesn't like. It's doing
What's that?
security updates. Security updates.
Oh,
Carther's like, I always turn off updates, and I'm like, yeah. But if I'm going to give it to somebody, I'd rather know that it's fully up to date
Hmm.
before I give it to them, because I don't know who's
yeah.
using it and what they're going to do with it. So
Haven't you noticed that they're more and more vague in their release notes? They say, "Oh,
Mm.
we're making things better." Yeah, but
Yeah,
what
things.
things?
They
Something,
said what they're making better.
something in.
Things.
Look up the KB somewhere.
Yeah, right.
I actually can't find any GST2 connectors.
We have a ton of GST. It's 13% up here. I don't know what it is in Quebec.
J, not G.
Oh, close enough. All right, so it wants to do another restart. Let's restart it.
There, I'll fax you one. Probably, pretty sure I got a number 2 in there. Yeah, 2Y, 2A.
Hi, folks. You can see me in the screen.
Yep.
There we go.
Well, you can probably tell
Really?
RGB lights on top of the cabinets. If you look at the curtains,
Hold on, let's make you big so we can see. Boom, boom, boom.
it doesn't show much, but it's there. You see something.
Yeah, I can see the lights changing.
Yeah, before they were under the cabinet, but when I
Mm,
put it all white, it was really, really blue because it wasn't an RGBW
right, right.
strip. And this time I got a 5,000 Kelvin light strips. So it matched because I matched my monitor to the color temperature of the light, so that was I don't have a blue face.
I mean, technically, you could do the whole, what was it? The Blue Man Group had the.
Yeah, I just don't want the makeup all the time. And it's removing it that's a bit troublesome. And if I sleep with it, my wife's gonna give me the tank.
Then you're well. I mean, the easiest thing to do would just be get blue sheets, and then you wouldn't notice if the makeup came off.
Yeah. Do I look convinced?
No.
I
Do I
stepped
look
on my
like?
glasses during my trip last week,
Oh no.
and now when I put them normally, they're crooked. So I have to put this higher so it
Up a little bit.
looks
Yeah.
okay.
We were speaking about glasses earlier. Socket Winch is getting some new glasses this weekend, is it? Socket Winch,
Yep,
sorry?
this morning, right
This
after the
morning.
stream.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, my car rental starts in a half hour.
Yeah, me at noon. I'm picking up a Tandy CM8 monitor for Coco 3.
Nice.
Basically,
Okay,
it's
time
pretty
for everybody's
expensive
favorite
because
game.
of the
Which
colors,
one's
but
which?
it's in good shape.
All right, folks. Frederick and Socket Winch, the stream is now yours because I got to go do another stream.
No,
But I
what?
don't think you don't want to know. It's a stream that is an OnlyFans kind of stream.
Ah,
Ah,
no. Ah,
Uh,
so
kind of. So it's not OF.
yeah. So I will be right back.
Oh, that type of stream.
okay, so this one is the hot end fan, and this one should be the part cooling fan on the right side. Hey, behave.
Did you manage
Yep.
to get them
Yep,
out?
that's definitely it. So the longer one is the part cooling fan. Which one do I want to potentially destroy first? Where does the hot end fan plug into? There it is. Barely see it, but it says HEF here, hot end fan.
Mm.
So that's the one right there. So we need to trim that. Well, almost not by much at all. But it's still going to be too long if I leave it in there like that.
Well, it's gonna
Like,
scrape on something if it's too long.
that's right on the edge on if I want to trim it. Like that's about a centimeter too much cable.
Yeah, but if you make it too short, then you need to rework it.
Well, I don't want any of these lines to be too long because then they could get caught in some of the kinematics in the printer. So the shorter that they are, the less likely that's possible. Come on, you jerk. Here we go. Thank you. Should have taken up miniature dioramas instead. I could have had a nice chill channel doing miniature dioramas, but no, I had to start building 3D printers like a numbskull.
Oh, you love challenges. Now, if it was too simple, it'd be boring.
Yeah. Besides, now I have a sweet electronics lab in my basement.
Not another update. Is she doing an update again?
Okay, it was totally worth not buying the JST pin headers that weren't on a reel. The ones that are all in just a packet loose. They cost more, but for small amounts, it doesn't make any difference. And also, they're far more easy to use.
I always had an issue crimping JSTs. I think I don't have the right crimper tool for that. It's just
the important thing here is that this one actually has a narrower part at the front.
Yeah.
So that's really critical. If they're really thick like the rest of these,
yeah,
you're not going to be able to actually get the proper crimping action. So you need one that has this really thin profile in the front. Now this one works pretty well, but I do have another one that technically should work too, which is more of a pliers style. And these ones are a lot thinner as well. These get really small connectors.
Oh yeah.
So always take take the wire gauge into effect so that you can actually get the right size.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, the rest of it's practice.
Yeah.
Like I think I actually had to spend an afternoon going, okay, we're going to practice making JST connectors for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, that worked. After the end of the day, I actually knew how to crimp one of these.
Hello. Sorry.
When I'm awake.
Speaking of crimpers, by the way, I was cleaning up some stuff the other day, and I found I had this, which hasn't even been opened.
Yeah, these are mine. They're a bit different, but this one's too big for JST. I think it's this one that I'm using for JST. But,
And I also found a USB 3 hub that I forgot I had.
That's funny because I just bought one not too long ago.
Nice. Yeah, I bought one as well, and then I found I had one, but the one I bought was 8, and this one's a 4. So
I usually do that with tools. Where's my hammer? I'll go buy another one.
Frederick, I have 3 hammers for that,
Okay.
for that
So
very
you do the
reason.
same.
Yep. So we're doing the cumulative update preview for Windows version blah 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 blah, which is again a slow one to do.
You should ghost the machine. You can't ghost anymore, right? I guess I'm too old. I haven't done images of computers for.
Well, usually I don't do, like I'm only doing one. So like if I had multiples of this, I did that once with I had sold 35 desktops to one person. I had been contacted by someone who was recommended to me from a client of mine, and they're like, his brother had a school in Africa, and his brother passed away, so he inherited the school and he wanted to set up a computer lab. And I happened to be sitting on, at that point, about 50 or so Dell desktops that I had still to go. That I bought 113 from the government of Canada.
What? Really?
Yeah. There's a government auction website out there you can buy them from. So they originally came from Newfoundland to Toronto, and then 35 of them went from Toronto to Africa. So yeah, he bought them. But what I did is I got one done, and then I just there's a cloning program that is was like a nice GUI program, and you could do the 30-day trial free. Hi folks again. You could do the 30-day trial free, so that's what I did. I just did the free 30-day trial and tested all the drives, and I tested that. You wanted to see it. I had 5 computers at one point doing mem test, and then testing the hard drives, and then I would just clone the drive. I had this one computer set up just to
And then
do
your
cloning.
circuit breaker tripped.
No. Fortunately, the apartment I was living in didn't have that issue. So, all right, we're gonna zoom in so you can see what's going on.
Up to 33%, and then it's gonna boot.
Yeah, it's gonna get 30%, and then it should reboot. There we go. Hold it. Tell me how many times have I seen that screen? Ta-da! Or rebooting.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I know. It's a decent little laptop, though. It'll do. The person again just wants to be able to do job searches with it, so it'll do the trick. Over 3 times at least. Yep. So we got it twice so far, Arthur. I think that's going to be because it was at 100%, so it should boot into Windows at this point. I actually do a Windows. Updates are underway. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go. Let's check for updates. Should probably do the optional updates at this point.
Sometimes I don't. They interfere because it's all drivers they put.
I still always do them just to be safe. I always do them. And that way they can't say the updates weren't fully done. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. All right, so let's do. I hate where they put it now. I hate when they change things just a change. All right, we got 12 driver updates.
Yeah, Apple does that a lot.
Yeah.
Microsoft too.
We're not going to talk about Apple and Tim Cook this week.
What happened?
Oh,
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
you missed the whole kissing the orange pumpkin.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. It's caused quite the brouhaha online with Apple folks. And just tech people in general. Hey, hardware hacker. Hello.
Oh, nice. I can change my background basically. I could go red, green, blue, yellow, cyan, magenta. No, because
Your
it's light.
PC needs to be restarted to finish. Yeah, I get it. All right. So it's still installing a few things. Okay. Blah blah blah.
Here we
Okay,
go.
so we're gonna try. Oh, okay. So it's downloading those two. Although I did this once on a computer, I did all the optional updates, and then I had to reinstall Windows because it completely effed up the computer. So,
Was it a
needless to
fresh
say-
install?
Yeah, it was a fresh install.
Ah, that's this.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know because I always select them all. But yeah, it completely effed up the computer when it did the reboot. So I ended up not when I did the reinstall and did the updates. Guess what I did not do? For obvious reasons.
Which background should I use? Red, green, blue,
I'm
yellow,
partial to green, but that's me.
blue.
Socket Wench, we'll get a vote from you.
What?
I'm
What
trying to
back?
figure out what background is better for, because right now my RGB LEDs are on the ceiling more or less. So I can change my background basically without affecting too much my face. So you got red, green, blue, yellow, cyan, magenta.
I like the last one.
Cyan?
Well, the green one affects the color of your face too much. The other ones are a little bit more pleasant, but the blue tones seem to suit the overall frame a little bit better.
Yeah, what about the other blue? This one. It's probably too violet, I think.
Yeah, a
Something
little
more
bit.
violet.
It doesn't look violet here. It must be my color correction.
Carthor said cyan would be
Cyan?
his option.
So the thermistor is way the heck over
Cyan versus
here.
white.
That's
White
blue.
is
And this one's
pretty.
already been.
White kind of comes across as a dirty gray.
Yeah. Should change the color of my curtains to something else.
Yeah, I kind of like that one there.
Which one?
The cyan that you had it on. I think it
Yeah,
was
this
that
one?
one. Yeah,
Okay.
that looks nice.
I want to set up a mood. I'll do that. Turn it off. It does this.
I mean, it depends. If you get a computer that doesn't work, you could go with blue because you'd be sad.
Yeah. If I'm enraged, I just go red.
Red, right? Although, where's your red again?
There.
It kind of comes across as like a orange.
Well, you think?
Yeah. Socket Winch, what do you think?
I've been too focused on trying to get this thing.
No worries, no worries.
Sorry.
Yeah, there is
Okay.
a bit of orange tint to it, but it's really deep red here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it comes more across as like a rust color.
Must
Orange
be
slash
the
rust.
webcam. I'll have to try.
It could be, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Carthor said orange as well.
Okay. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to install some track lights on top of that also, and I'm going to create a backlight for my when I'm sitting here and there
Nice.
with zoomable spots with color with the same color temperature. So that way it's gonna cut and it's gonna do a nice halo effect on the back at an angle, so like they do in movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna if I put whatever color I'm putting right now, it's not gonna show because the light is going to go over. It's gonna overpower it.
Right, right. Okay, so I don't always trust Microsoft updates. Sometimes it said it was up to date, and then I said check for updates, and it found more updates.
July 19, 2024.
Which one? Sorry.
Like maybe I should use the straight bar instead.
CrowdStrike. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The whole world was affected by a freaking
Yep.
update.
Well, more the business world. I didn't get any like.
Well, I
average
went to the
user.
store and they said cash only because their computers went just.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
But that's what I mean. It was more the business.
Yeah, but banks, you want to get your money, you can't.
Yeah. Again, but banks
Yeah.
are business, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the
So
average home
everything's
user
linked to
doesn't.
business if you want to do something.
Yeah.
I think I remember having to tell people don't turn your computer on that morning at work.
Yep. That was when I was glad I wasn't working, because we used CrowdStrike at when I worked at Sick Kids. So I was like, I am glad I'm not working this morning because that would have been a hot button. What the heck is it doing? Okay, I said to restart, and now it's downloading. What the heck? Oh. I don't know what it's doing.
Does any of us really know what we're doing?
Oh, there we go. All right, let's check one more time for updates.
Are we living in a simulation or not?
Hey, CDI. Welcome. You're a wee bit late.
Hello.
So just to update people who have joined late, So I was contacted by a company, an organization, not a company, an organization that helps homeless people and people are down on their luck to get phones and laptops and such. And so they contacted me and said, "Hey, we got a bunch of donated laptops that we would donate to you. Do you have a laptop? Because there's one of their members needs a laptop to search, do work searches because it's 2025 and you no longer go to." Uh, all right, so there's one driver. Let's do that. So yeah, so I said, yes, I do have a laptop. Hey, Emily, welcome.
Emily!
Good morning to you.
Hello, hello.
So I said, yes, I do have a laptop, and I went out and picked up a SSD for it because the drive that was in it was spinning rust and it had rusted. So unfortunately, it was a 1 terabyte drive that had gone bad, but the guy said, no worries, I have it all backed up. But we got another laptop that was a little newer for him, and he said, you can keep that one. So I am donating this. It didn't cost me much money to get the drive because I bought it used. One more time for good measure. And then I installed the drive. We've installed Windows 11 and all the updates. And I'm just checking one more time because I don't trust Windows when it says it's up to date. As we found out earlier, look at that, it's up to date.
I just scrolled back at the comments. And
Yeah.
I saw Francois' message. He said, "Oh, we talked about the Wise terminal." I, I just saw it as wise terminals imply the existence of unwise terminals.
So
Good. That's good.
ta-da! It is all up to date. I'm gonna do a how do you do? I don't like the way they've done this. I don't know any other way to do it in Windows 11. Let's right click. There we go. Properties. So it's gonna look at the properties. So we have a 480 gig, although it's showing as 447 because Windows. SSD, we got a whole 128 megabytes of graphics card. Again, this is just going to be used for somebody's job searching, so they're not going to be gaming on this. We have 8 gigs of memory. We have an Intel Core i3 8th Gen at 2.20.
23.
Yeah, but it's an 8th Gen, so that's why
Oh,
it's not
okay.
too bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's passable.
Yes. And we have some version of Windows because it didn't ask me for it, so I don't know what version of Windows is installed. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna rename the PC. Doesn't matter. Here we go. We got Windows 11 Home installed. So, ta-da! And I'm going to shut it down. Also, have sent a text while I was. Ta-da! Shutting down. So yeah, so it's not too bad. We put a SSD to help it speed it up a little bit, and it seems to be working. It also has a full-size keyboard, so it even has a numpad. I like numpads, so. Ta-da! Only the French will get the reference. Okay. I will show folks, though, who are late joining. There it is. Where did I put it? So, update on the XT board. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. So I got a processor for it. We tried to boot it on a stream with Big Bad Bench a couple weeks ago.
It's not. Is it Intel or NEC?
Yes.
I wonder, because I have a math processor. Was it a 286 or a 287 or two or one 8087?
8087.
Was it?
It's an 8087.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if I had one. So I got a couple of old ones. Do I need
See,
to?
it says, I don't know. I'm going to make myself big so I can show you. Yeah, so it was an 8088 processor. Let me make myself big. Ta-da! So you can see there's a, maybe you can't. It does say 87 though, I swear. There it is. If it wants to focus.
Yeah, for yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
really need it, but it's nice to
No,
have.
but yeah, so this came with no processor and it said does not boot. So Big Bad Bench was on the stream with me and he had an XT board and we found out that if you remove some memory sticks, it stops doing anything. Like it
Okay.
turns on, but that's as far as you can get. So I posted on a local Discord. And Frederick, look at the memory I got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's 32 of the same sticks, or chips, I guess. I'm used to newer memory, so
Yeah.
and then Big Bad Bench was like, "Oh, you need some of this," and because I was like showing him what the guy had, and he's like, "Oh, you need some sticks of that." So I asked for 4, and he sent me 8, so I got 40 sticks all total.
That's very
Chips.
nice.
Yeah. I think you mean memory. Yes, memory chips. This was free. So yeah, so I just had to pay. Again, this was a local Discord. There, most of the people are based out in Kitchener, Waterloo. So all I paid for was shipping from there, which wasn't that outrageous compared to shipping these days from the States.
Yeah.
So he
Okay.
said, just pay me shipping because they've been on my shelf for 25 years and I don't know if they work. So he sent them to me. And then today I am receiving the replacement chip tester, which or not the chip tester, sorry, the postcard tester. So waiting
The
for
what?
that. A
Postcard? Oh,
post.
okay. A
Yeah, yeah,
postcard, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Someone self-test, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because the last one, um, John actually had the same card, and he showed me because he has now 2 cards. The card that we both have, because I sent mine back to Amazon, going, this is effed up. The slot was just a bit too short on the card itself.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put it in, it jumpered pins in here in the slot, and it smokes, which is what
What?
happened on my stream. Yeah, and he showed it. You can see that it's just a hair too short.
That's really weird. Remember my Z80 computer that I made with the exact same type of slots?
Yeah,
Never had an issue because I took the time to fully measure everything.
yeah, yeah.
You'd
So I
think that somebody that creates a card in production that they would do the same.
right. So yeah, I did smoke the card according to Hardware Hacker. I turned it on, and the best part is like I had it up on my workbench, and I was like zoomed in on it, so all you could see was smoke coming out of it. And then that's when John had pulled his out, and he's like, "The same thing happened to mine, and here's why. Because if you're not paying attention, you just put it in the slot as I did, thinking it was the right size. You'll jumper the pins in the slot itself, and then it smokes it." So yeah, but we were talking, and I found one on AliExpress, and it's out for delivery today. So that's due for delivery. So, and then I'm going to be working on getting an ISO video card because that's the only thing I don't have. But yeah, so that's about it. Back in the days when memory speed was close enough. Yeah.
Okay. It is 9:45 for me,
50.
and
Yep.
that is right when my car rental starts getting active, so I probably should skedaddle.
Fair enough. Thank you
Alright.
for joining, Socket Winch.
Bye,
I'm going to do the
everyone.
same thing.
Bye.
Wave. Everybody wave at the camera. Bye.
Trying to see if I have a. No, I got 287s, but I don't have a 8087.
Okay. No worries. Gutbomb has one that he's going to send me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Got 3
agree.
287s.
So, Emily, for the power supply, I have an AT to ATX adapter modulo. Ta-da! So I can plug it into this, and then it goes into a 20-pin ATX. So I don't have to worry about capacitors on an old power supply. So
You're gonna blow the capacitors.
I know. But yeah, so that's once I get the card, I might do sometime next week, do a test of, see when I can possibly get John back on the stream some afternoon and populate, because he suggested pulling the memory that's on it, because these 4 here, I'm upside down, but these 4 at the top of the board or whatever, these 4 here are the same, but these 2 are different. So what he suggested is pull all the chips and then use the same for one bank of, because all we need to do is populate one bank. And
One
see if
bank,
we,
yeah, exactly one row, and
yeah.
one no,
And then
one
see if we can,
column, I mean, yeah.
and see if we can get it, because he he had an XT board as well, and because it would turn on, and that's it. We weren't getting any beepity beeps because there's a speaker connector right down there. And we found out that it won't beep or do anything because he had full banks, and he pulled a couple of chips off one of the banks, or he had a full bank. I don't remember. And he found that once you did that, it stopped. Like it would turn on, but that's as far as you would get. So, yeah.
You don't have a retro chip tester?
I don't have a retro chip tester.
Get one.
I know.
CDI.
Go to trinastech.com.
Called onto the carpet. What does that mean?
Just got called onto the carpet. I don't know.
You fell?
Uh-oh. I failed to get bacon on my SO breakfast bagel. Uh-oh. He didn't get bacon on his significant other's breakfast bagel.
Uh-oh. You're going to sleep in the bathtub tonight.
But yeah, so that's where this is right now. So
Death.
again, death, yeah. Hey, David Starbuck. Welcome. Got it talking to. So that's where we're at with this. But yeah. So I think at this point, I'm going to end the stream.
All right.
Because we got Windows installed. So speaking of memtest, or not memtest, but chip tester, go to trinastech.com. You'll find a link to my coffee account. Make a donation so I can buy one of those funny things. Help support the channel if you can afford it. But on that note, thanks everybody for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.
Bye.
Wave at